Ding dong merrily run, and the bells are ringing. Ding dong merrily the sky is filled with angels singing.
Hello and welcome to Shosh's Art Haven. I'm going to talk to you about some bag skirts that I've been making. You probably wonder what on earth a bag skirt is. First of all, I got these very nice paper carriers. That's a big one. That's a medium-sized one, and that's a little small one. I got these off eBay, and they've got really nice paper handles. I got these because we've got various different visits to do over Christmas. We'll be taking several different presents with us. So I thought we'll put them all in one bag for each person. And Penny Duncan, I think she's probably invented this idea. I think it's brilliant. She's got on her blog something called bag skirts, and she's got free cut files that you can download. So I've done that, but I think it was difficult to tell on her blog how big they were. But I think they were probably quite small because she's managed to make them all out of a single piece, but I had to do them out of two pieces to get a big enough piece to go over the front and over the back. And basically it's a piece of card with a slit in the middle, and you score along the line where the slit is, and you put the handles through the slit, and it comes down either side and decorates the bag, and it also holds the bag closed. So I'll show you what I've done. I've done two designs. This is the first one with the poinsettias on it, and let's just show you. On Penny's cut file, not only does it have the actual shape of the bag skirt, but you've got the patterns for the little poinsettias as well. So you cut those out in different colours. I don't use her flower centres because I don't find they work terribly well for me. So what I've done, I don't know whether you can see that, I've used yellow stickles in the middle of those. And they're very easy to make those, and you just do a bit of hand embossing once you've cut them, and stick them together with hot glue. So that's what I did with that. And as you can see, it's also got on here, that was drawn using the Cricut with the Cricut pen holder. And then I cut out the two frames, and the writing on there, the text on there was also done with the Cricut pens. And I've done a little tag for the person there, which is just red on the back, and that's what's on the back of this one, which is just similar. Okay, and then that comes off, and there's the bag. It comes off like that. So that's what it's like on the inside, and I've just done some distress ink on the inside of that, just because it might show a bit there. If you have it off the bag, you can see it there. So that was the first one, and you can see that that's been joined. Two pieces of card joined together and an overlap. Perhaps see it better. On there you can see that's where the join is, and the slit. And on the inside I've just put two little strips there of masking tape either end of the slit, just to reinforce it a bit, because this isn't terribly thick paper. This is a sort of scrapbooking 12 by 12 paper which I had. So I'll put that one back. Now I've made that's the big one. And I've also made this on the medium-sized one, but that's more or less identical. And I made another one which is there'll be photos on my blog, which has already been given away, so I can't show you that one. And I did a slightly different border on that, I've used different paper on this as well. You can see it's got a sort of blotchy kind of effect on it, which is quite nice. And I distressed around the edge with vintage photo distress ink. So that's the when you do the text with the cutting machine, it outlines it. What I actually drew on with the cutting machine, putting the pen holder in instead of the blade, was a sort of black outline. I used a black glitter pen, and then with the cards still on the mat, after I'd done that, I pressed load paper again, not unload paper, but load paper, and that took it back to the origin point again. And then I closed the layer that had the text on it and opened the layer with this frame, and then put the cutting blade in again, and then cut again, and it cut around. So that's how I did that. So that's the poinsettia ones. And then I've done two different ones, which is more of a cold wintry sort of feel, and these are the same. Two identical ones on the medium-sized bag, and that's that one. And this is that first shape was Penny Duncan's Baroque shape with the holly border, which she designed, and this one is, I think she calls it her scallop design, with the little slits. You can see it's cut, spaced out slits. Can you see that there in the card that you thread ribbon through? And I've threaded this through fairly loosely so that it ruches up a little bit, and this is wired ribbon. And then with my little bow maker tool, which is brilliant because I can't tie a bow to save my life, I was able to make these nice little bows. And that's lovely because you can manipulate the wired ribbon and it stays put. Now, the design on this one was inspired by the Tim Holtz 12 Tags of Christmas, his first one for this year, of 2011, which I thought was absolutely gorgeous. And I haven't got a snowflake stamp, so I made the background paper myself. This started out as white card, and according to Tim's instructions, I got some picket fence distress stain and dabbed quite a lot onto my craft mat, and then two shades of blue, I forget which now. I think a little tiny bit of chipped sapphire, and I think it was faded jeans as far as I remember. I spritzed the card with water and then smooshed it in the distress stain, and it came out all motley and lovely. And then I dried that, and then I sprinkled some water from my hand, just flicked my fingers like this on to get a sort of speckledy effect. And then I designed that little bit of text there. That's just on white paper, and it says "with love," and I put glitter on there. That's just a colourless glitter that goes on there. And then I cut the various different swirls and the leaf shapes and the little fir cone shapes. So I made up some winter foliage to go on there, and I think that's quite pretty. I'm quite pleased with that. And they were those, and the foliage and the fir cones were all cut with the distress, or the craft core, I think it is. I haven't got it out now. No, I think I've put it away. The coordinations paper anyway, which is absolutely lovely. And that's got the nice scallop border along the bottom. And because I didn't have enough of that paper, it was really hard to, if I wanted to do more of that background, to get it exactly the same, because when I did the one for the front of the other one, it wasn't quite the same. And so I've just done it plain on the back, and then the whole thing has been inked around the edge with one of the new, these are the new distress inks from Tim Holtz, and the seasonal ones, that's iced spruce, that's the one that I used, and there's also festive berries, which is a slightly pinker red than barn door, and then evergreen bough. I haven't used that one yet, but I thought they were quite nice colours to have. Oh yes, and on this background as well, after I'd done the smooshing, before I did the flicking, I stamped. It's very hard to see. I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but that one shows a little bit better. I'll show you on the other one. You might be able to see up there. Can you see those swirls there? I stamped with a swirl stamp, which I just dabbed the picket fence distress stain onto and then stamped, and it does tend to disappear. It looks stronger when you first do it, and it just sort of disappears. It's very, very subtle. So I did it all over to give a nice background effect. And I was very pleased with this paper. I thought it came out really well. And I thought, well, you know, you don't need to spend a lot on background papers and things, because you can make your own. I was quite pleased with that. You could use any colours that you wanted. And on these ones I've made a couple of tags. I don't, that one I've done, and you can see there, which was on another sheet of paper which I did, which didn't come out quite how I wanted it. So I've put some ice spruce around the edge. And then that one I've just inked on the back with faded jeans. I think it was faded jeans and iced spruce. So that's that one. And this is actually the my Cricket Expressions swan song. It's on the way out because I've just recently got myself a Black Cat Cougar cutting machine, and it's still in the box until after Christmas, and which is called Sheba, and I'll be probably doing some videos about that, or if not I'll be doing some blog posts at any rate. But she's not having her coming out party until the new year because I'm too busy with Christmas, and I thought I can't possibly learn the new machine and finish my projects in time. It would have just been frustrating. So I did all this on the Cricut, and I did my best with it. It's not ideal, but it works okay for basic things. So that's it really. So that's my my bag skirts. I've got that one, and that one. Thank you, Penny, for your wonderful designs that kickstart us to use our imagination and alter things a little bit, do our own take on it. So I hope you've enjoyed this latest video from Shoshi's Art Haven. See you again soon. Bye for now.